welcome back to another episode of Open Shutter. It is Saturday, April, whatever day it is. It's raining outside, so it's a good day to stay indoors. And I welcome first-time guest Jason Robicheau to the program. So huge thanks to Jason for taking the time out of his weekend to come on the show. So if you don't know what the show is about or why we're on this show, it's about connecting creators to curators. And if you make something, love to have you on to come on and chat about whatever it is that you do, because I think there's a lot of value to that. So follow Open Shutter YouTube on Instagram for all the show details. And I don't want to keep Jason too long. So thanks again, Jason, for taking the time. And maybe for the people that don't know who you are, maybe just a quick intro about yourself.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show. As you said, I'm Jason. I moved to Ontario from Nova Scotia 15 years ago. And I've been doing like HVAC work, so
Cool.
now I'm up north. I was in Mississauga, Toronto till just a year ago, year and a half, and up north now for a bit, doing some work up here. And yeah.
Cool, man. So we were just talking offline about your different niches. So for those that don't know who Jason is, I put his Instagram link in the description, so be sure to check him out because he does a whole whack of different things. So maybe kind of like if you want to kind of roll back to maybe mention how you got into photography in like the first place. Like was there a certain like person or event that kind of got you started in it?
Yeah, I got into the urbex with some of my friends, and we were exploring abandoned properties and jails and things like that. So I decided I needed a camera to do that, and then in the meantime, we climbed a crane. And when I got to the top of the crane, I knew right then I needed to get a camera so I could take some photos and get the view out to everybody because it's a different world up there. I thought at the time, I was blown away.
We were just saying offline how, especially in Toronto, like, everyone takes photos, but all the photos are like very like identical. Like, how do you get a different shot? And like, obviously, cranes, he's definitely getting a different shot. I mean,
I don't know. I tend to think that I have a shot in my mind already before. I'm not one of those photographers that kind of take dozens of photos and pick from the nicest ones. I have a shot in my mind, and I'll go and sometimes only end up taking the one shot that I need.
Yeah.
Like if I'll have 5 or 6 shots in my mind that I want to take, and then I'll go in specifically for those shots. Or like sometimes I'll do something that I've seen online, like try and not mimic it, but put my own spin on it, But, yeah.
So like, do you do like research before? Like, do you go on IG and see like how people are shooting like different things?
No, not usually. I'm very fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. I'll just go out. Like, I mean, sometimes I might be heading to do something completely different and then just spur the moment or pass a road and be like, let's see what's down this road,
Yeah, I think me too, right? Like you always have you always think it's going to be something, but usually it's something else that kind of like piques your interest, because you're just there, like you're just like there in the moment, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's just go down here because this alley looks pretty cool, right? Like you just never know you're there. It's like a vibe thing too, right? And I think that's why I always say, like, just always have your eyes open.
Always out for fill your day with mini adventures. Fill your day with mini adventures.
It's I think and it's great when you go out when you do this mini adventure to have a camera on you, because again you're like you're documenting like the journey, right? Like you're documenting what went on that day, and it's cool to look back on. Like I guess you ever look back on your old photos and go, man, that was a really cool event, or that was a really cool trip?
Yeah, I do actually. I do that quite often. I'll look back and kind of see what at the beginning or where I started, or something along those lines.
Isn't that cool? Like your first rooftop or your first crane, or like, oh my god, like what was I doing?
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly. Shooting only in JPEG.
Shooting in JPEG. We've all done that though.
For sure.
Yeah. So what camera do you have on you?
Now I shoot with a Nikon D750.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
And what lens usually?
I usually bring out the 55.
Yeah.
That's good for close, and then a 12 to 24.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good for
Right.
to get, if you're looking down and you want to get, say, for instance, your feet in the
feet.
whole CN Tower or something
Man,
along those lines, right? Yeah.
man. Yeah. So, I was just telling Jason offline, I'm afraid of heights, so I wouldn't do what he does.
Yeah.
People, I mean, if you're not afraid of heights, like,
yeah,
try it out.
I used to be scared of heights, to be honest with you, and then on my 30th birthday, we went skydiving.
Oh man!
And then that was kind of kick the
really
fear of heights.
You did that here in Ontario?
In Toronto.
Where do you do that?
There's lots of places actually up in northern, like just a couple hours north of Toronto. There's Skydive Ontario. That's the one we did it with. But in Collingwood, I think there's a place as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So for your 30th, you guys went skydiving.
Yeah.
So
and then that's it. Yeah, I was nervous. I didn't want to do it at all. It was one of those instances.
It was a tandem.
Yeah, it was one of those instances where the guy just kind of forced me out. I wasn't excited about it.
You're thinking to this.
Once I hit the ground.
Yeah. Like what's like I don't know. Like what's that feeling, man? Like jumping out of a plane.
I want to go again super soon because this time I'd be really into it. But it's just pure adrenaline and exhilaration. All I remember for the first few seconds was regretting it. I was like, I regret this decision immediately. I want to be back on the ground. But then when you land and you're just exhilarated that you didn't die. Because when you're scared of heights, for sure, that's like your ultimate fear, right? So
yeah, interesting, man. Well, good for you that you did that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would do that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe for like a milestone birthday, maybe.
Yeah.
I see on the news like these people that are like senior citizens, like someone just turned 80 and she jumps out of a plane. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
I can do it. Like, what's going on? Like,
and if you see things like that, sometimes you have to think to yourself, man, if this 80-year-old can jump out of the plane, I'm sure.
Right? Like, I can do it. And then and then I'm up there and it's like, what the hell am I doing here? I'm not Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
I'm not Tom Cruise. Like, I'm not. So was it that moment that kind of got you to like doing all the crazy stuff? Like, was it
not really, to be honest with you? But looking back on it now, I think that's the moment where I wasn't scared of heights anymore.
Yeah,
like because no one's ever said let's climb something or stand out on the edge of this building or anything, and I've never really given it a second thought.
Yeah, you just do it.
Yeah, the fear of heights kind of nipped it in the bud for me real good.
Yeah, interesting, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep that. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I want to.
Yeah, you should, man. It's something you should experience once.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, maybe we'll go together.
Oh, I'm down.
We'll make like a vlog out of it. Imagine. That'd be crazy. Put the GoPro up.
Yeah, absolutely. The 360. We'll get the crazy view.
Yep.
On the
it'd be epic. It would be epic. Yeah, so maybe I'll kind of like maybe show your IG and maybe kind of pick up some stuff that you kind of like or that you want to touch upon.
Yeah, sure.
Also, for the people that don't follow Jason, this is your chance to do so. And that is your wrong account, is it not?
That's
your other account.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to this.
I was gonna say I haven't seen some of those pictures in quite some time.
Yeah, blast from the past, man. So Jason Robicheau there on IG, and Urbex City Nature Canada.
That's it.
Love it, man. Urban exploration. It's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Big thing, man. So just casual, quiet contemplation.
Yeah. That's actually one of the first shots that I took. That's from in Mississauga. Those are some of the first buildings that I did right there.
Yeah.
That was back when I was setting my camera up on a tripod, setting it to like a 10-second delay, running over to the edge of the roof, getting there, kind of posing, counting to 10 in my head, assuming I had the shot, and then running back to do it again.
Well, that's the struggle of all of us when you're just working by yourself. You gotta do everything.
Yeah.
It's like nothing happens on its own. Someone's got to be manning the camera. Like
yeah.
So like, how long do you typically stay like on a roof? Like is there like an average time that you spend, or
Well, I mean, it depends on the roof. It depends on
Yeah.
the risk factor. It depends on whether or not you're visible. It depends on whether it's the daytime.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone up and come back down in as quick as 10 minutes just to get the shots that I was looking for.
Right.
And I've gone on a roof before and spent the whole weekend on the roof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I've spent entire weekends from Friday night till Monday morning.
so you have it like, how do you sleep?
Yeah. Just
Like,
sleep
you have
on
a
the
tent with you?
just sleep on the roof or
Really?
yeah. I don't really mind the cold or I'm a country guy. I grew up on a farm, so
Yeah.
I don't mind the cold or anything like that. Yeah, I'll just kind of find a dry spot and
Do you have
do
a
my
pillow with
thing.
you, or like you just?
No, I'll just lay my head on my camera bag.
I'm such a baby. It's like, do you have a pillow with you? Like, no, man. I just sleep on my camera bag.
No,
What
yeah, I
else would
just
you
lay my head
use?
on my camera. Yeah.
So you have food with you then? How do you eat?
Yeah, that weekend that I was up there, I had pizza delivered to that building and everything, and I just kind of
Really?
jimmied the doors and ran down to the lobby to get it,
That is
and back up to the roof I went. And
wow.
because if it's a good building, you might not want to come down. Like, say you make it up for sunset, or you make it up after sunset when it's already dark.
Yeah.
You might want to, if you're up there and you're shooting till 2 and you know the sun is coming up at 5:30,
Yeah.
and it was a hard rooftop to get onto to begin with, why wouldn't you just wait a few hours and get
Yeah.
sunrise as
Of
well?
course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Mm,
Whole weekend.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the whole entire weekend. Yeah.
That is interesting.
That was a different time in my life.
Was it? Yeah.
I'm not
Would you do
spending weekends on
no more?
not anymore. It's not that I wouldn't, but I just don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's different.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people that
Yeah, I'm
that
not
are
sure.
willing to give up that kind of time.
I'm not sure, right? Even here's you just just casual.
Yeah, it's another roof in Mississauga.
Yeah. So like, obviously we're not like, we're not condoning it, but I mean, do you have any like safety advice for people, like if they're doing this kind of stuff, like any safety things or things that they should look out
Yeah,
for?
just pay attention to what you're doing. As long as you're careful and you pay attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. Try and get in and out with absolutely no damage done. Like you were never there, and just get your shots and get your experience. The adrenaline, the experience is quite a lot too for some people. Just being up there it's different.
Yeah. Interesting. And what about with like security? Like, do you have any advice with like security? Like, if they approach you or if they ask you questions, or like, is there anything
Whenever I've got approached by security, if security's come up and seen me on a roof, I usually just, all right, you've got me.
Yeah.
Like, you got me. I'm gonna leave. Sorry, I was up here. I was just taking some pictures. I wasn't doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving.
Come clean.
I won't do it again. Yeah, for sure. Because what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you.
What else are you gonna say? Sorry, I got lost.
Yeah. If you're, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
Usually, when they catch you, you're like camera in hand, standing on a ledge,
and they know.
Yeah, they know right away.
So be honest. Then is really the tip, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of them, most of the time, if you're honest with them, even if they're mad right off the hop, they'll be like, all right, just don't come back. If we see you here again, we'll call the cops.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
the number one tip is obviously try and avoid security, right?
Avoid them.
Avoid security,
Yeah. But there's this interesting. And look at these Astro things you got here, man. Is this in Huntsville?
Yeah. That's taken from up in Emsdale, yeah. But that picture is a lot of me. That one in particular, I kind of put that together a bit.
Yeah.
That's
wasn't there like Astro?
There was the Northern Lights here that happened at the end of March.
Yeah. I saw that all over IG.
Yeah, that was you could probably could have seen that where you were.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. I had seen it before, but not like that. Like, it lasted like 3 hours, and it was really vivid. Yeah, it was really vivid. So that was
Yeah.
kind of a blessing.
Solid. And do you remember your settings for this? Like how do you take it?
Yeah, I think those are all. I think I set my camera to shutter speed, and I think those are all 3-second pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Every single one of them, I think, is 3 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I just set it to. I do kind of wish that I'd have gotten when I re-got my camera. I wish I would have gotten kind of maybe a newer Nikon, so that as I adjusted the settings, I could see in real time what's happening to the photo.
Right.
Because if you adjust the settings and like if I mean adjust the settings and take the photo and then look at it, it's kind of just too much to remember what it was. Kind of go back and adjust it if you're trying to do things quickly. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just kind of learning manual mode now a little bit more in depth than I.
Yeah, you just gotta like dive in, right, and just
yeah.
That's the way. That's the way I have
questions. Anytime I have questions about anything in manual mode, I contact my friendly neighborhood photographer Brian James, and he helps me out real good.
Brian James will.
Yeah, he always gives me a hand. Shout out Brian James.
There you go.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, no, for sure, man. It's great. That's the way we all learn, right? So
I do enjoy shooting the. That actually is AI.
Yeah, I could see it being AI.
Yeah, because I think if I'm not mistaken, the shoelaces look like they're 20 feet long. Do they not?
Yeah.
If you look, the shoelaces kind of go into the concrete and they go all around. Yeah, so that was one of the glitches there. I made that with Midjourney, so you kind of have to word things very correctly.
Yeah.
In order to, you have to watch out how you word things.
What are your thoughts on AI?
I mean, I think it's neat. I've always kind of been the kind of guy where, like, when Blu-ray was out or when DVD was out, I was like, who needs Blu-ray?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then eventually I've kind of come around to the point where now I think, the change it's going to happen whether you like it or not. And if you don't change when it starts changing, you'll fall behind.
Yeah. It's true.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. Because, that's I used to collect movies, and that's kind of what happened to me. I was buying up all these DVDs, and I should have switched to Blu-ray, and I didn't, and blah 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 blah. But
interesting, yeah.
And then I learned the lesson. I learned that lesson from that. I was like, if I just switched when everybody told me to switch, instead of being like, no, this isn't,
Yeah.
Did you hear about the photography contest that was won somewhere overseas in Germany or something like that? And the man he refused the prize because he actually made the photo with AI and nobody could tell.
He refused the prize?
Yeah, he won the competition, the photography competition. Wow. He refused the prize
because he didn't actually take the photo.
Yeah, and it was a photo of like an older lady and a younger lady standing behind her, and it was in black and white.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, something does kind of look off of the photo, but he refused, and I guess no one could tell. He won the competition.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a honest photographer.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking to myself, I probably would have said too, but after I accepted the prize money.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You wonder with like AI and like things like photography, like where it's gonna go, like where it's gonna like how it's gonna affect the photographer, right? Like, is there gonna be a need for photographers in the future? Like, just have AI do it. Like,
now I'm seeing.
I wonder about it.
Now I'm seeing on the reels where they're like using AI to do like a 400 times zoom. Yeah. On some of these hyperlapses, they're like the hyperlapse will be playing, and they'll do like a 400 times zoom in and then zoom back out. And that means the AI is creating all of the content that's not there really, like filling in the gaps, so to speak.
Wow. I just found I found the photo that we were talking about for the contest, guys. Is this it? Let me just see. Is it artistry?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the photo.
Wow.
So if you look at that photo, can you not kind of tell that something's a little off?
Yeah, it just
like the skin texture, it just doesn't have.
It looks too digital.
Yeah, it's just so I'm not sure how, because if I can tell something's a little off, I'm sure other people could. So I don't know how this photo made it all the way to the end to win the competition, but it did, and it was, from what I was reading, it was quite a prestigious competition, and he came clean. So good on him.
What's the prize? $5,000 cash. Sony camera trip to London and wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. He used AI.
So this person, like this Boris dude, maybe thought he wouldn't win.
Yeah,
I guess that's why he submitted.
He did make a good point. Like, where do you limit AI?
Right.
You know, like,
yeah, like what's the definition of a photograph? Like, what is it? Is it real life, or is it can be a mixture of two, or like?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's getting kind of crazy. Like, it's just like I don't know. I just think about like how it affect us as like people that like to make stuff. It's like people are always gonna question now: is that real or is that AI? Like, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. There'll always be something about a photograph where it'll be something that you have to capture. If you're not capturing something, even if you manipulate it afterwards, say you take a picture of a beautiful day and you manipulate the sky or something. For the most part, if you're not capturing like a moment in time, if you're making it and if you're creating it, not capturing it kind of right from the get-go.
Right.
Like, I don't know if this guy went off of an old photo that he was looking at or anything like that, but
yeah, like you wonder like how this, like what made him make this? Like, is it a photo that you had as a kid? Like, is it like
exactly.
Well, what's like, because again, that could be, I don't know that. I mean, if there's meaning to this, there has to be meaning to this for this dude. Like, it's just not a random. It has to be
random thought. That's his thought.
Yeah,
this is the picture I'm making.
It can't be. I don't know. It's interesting, right?
Like, that's for sure his grandmother standing behind his mother or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think for us to make anything, we have to be like, it has to come from something. Like, we just don't make anything.
Yeah.
Like, it has to come from
absolutely.
Something. Either history or like experience or like relationship or like something happens.
Got to be a
that
source.
You want to do this. Yeah. So, and again, with like photography, it's like you want to go out and capture something. So that, that's why I say you gotta make it for yourself first, right? Because it has to be for you first, and then everyone else after. Because if you're not doing it for you, then I don't know. It's really, I think you go down like a tricky slope if you do it for other people first, But that's my opinion.
Yeah. You should always be creating things that you want, and then.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, are you like are you climbing cranes for you or for like?
No, yeah, I'm
definitely
getting the experience there. Yeah,
it's for you. Yeah. It's for your experience, right? So.
Yeah, and if I go out and I forget my camera and somebody says, let's climb the crane, I'm not going to say, no, I don't have my camera.
Yeah.
I'm still going, you know what I mean? It's the experience that comes first,
Of course. I think, there's a lot of power to that, especially, after COVID and everything. Like, it's cool to look back on stuff that we did during COVID. It's like, oh yeah, that happened and this happened.
Yeah.
It's cool to look back on. And
for sure.
It's like time moves so fast now. It's like it's easy to forget what you've done.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget what you did like 2 months ago or in January. It's like, oh yeah, I did that. Yeah. And it's just good to have that, like, I don't know, just to have something there that can kind of takes you back to that moment. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll always be. I'll never not want to be up high taking pictures. It'll always come back to that. That's my favorite place to be.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Like have you ever thought about like making a book about it, like some sort of photo book, photo album, either for you or
like a Roofs of Toronto?
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, are there books out there like that?
I don't think so. Now that you mention it, it's probably not a bad idea.
I don't know.
I think you're onto something here, buddy.
I don't know. Maybe. No, I mean, you may. I don't know. You may run into like property release property release forms, maybe when you get into that kind of world.
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
oh yeah, I guess I suppose you could be right on.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna come
It's
to
like, can I just
yeah.
can you sign this thing that I got to? It's like, oh, you climbed this? Yeah.
You didn't know I was up here, but anyway.
Right. I want to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it'd be cool to kind of like collate it somehow into some sort of like visual.
That would be nice, but I guess that's what the Instagram is.
That's what the Instagram is, yeah.
Yeah.
Like even stuff like, oh, is that you? Oh man, are you using a drone here?
Yeah, the drone comes. That's actually on top of ice. So that's the drone coming up through one of the holes on top of the ice condominium roof. You know, the Swiss cheese looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my buddy Curtis took that.
Yeah, Curtis. Yeah. Cool, man. Damn.
Yeah, that's a floppy kind of piece of metal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the safest spot.
No. Wow. That's interesting.
But the view from up there is just ridiculous.
Is it?
There's nothing like it. Yeah, it really is. Like from up there, you can see almost to Burlington.
Can you?
Like you can very easily see like Mississauga. You can see Brampton.
Yeah.
Like there's quite a ways. Yeah.
Wow, you got some banger. Is this Sunset?
Yeah, those are both Sunset. That one there is Horwood Lake. That's a lodge that they invited some creators to just get some content for them, and they were amazing amazing hosts. Yeah, they cook you these meals, amazing meals.
Really?
And they give you the boat or the pontoon and fuel it up for you and send you out, and it's beautiful up there. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Wow. That was a gorgeous sunset.
So what did you get for them? Like, what kind of content did you get?
There was a group of 5 of us, and there was like a list of things they wanted, you know what I mean? So there was like because it's a hunting and fishing lodge, kind of off the grid. So we got shots of guys fishing, and hunting season wasn't open yet. So we got shots of the fishing and shots of the pontoon and drone shots of the whole area. Cool. Yeah, and then we agreed to post a certain amount and sent them a certain amount for their page. Their Instagram page is actually a drone shot that their profile thing is a drone shot that I took.
Let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is that?
That's the drone shot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the lodge there. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot.
Horwood, I've never been here.
Cool. You spend a lot of time up north?
Not really, man.
Buddy, come on
up. I should start, I guess, eh?
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I want to do some like ATVing. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is the area you need to be, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know. We're just seeing offline how it's like so quiet up there, right? Like it's quiet.
Yeah.
Nature, right? So like it's just a different vibe.
It is a different vibe. It's not meant for everybody, and some people only like it in small doses, but I don't mind it at all. I've always been able to adapt to whatever. So you could pick me up today and just drop me in the city. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I think there's something to be said about being in nature and just trying to get like inspiration from nature too, because I think that's where like a lot of ideas come from.
Yeah.
When you're kind of out of the city grid and you just kind of get to like a quiet place. I think it's I don't know. It's a different vibe for like your mind. Instead of being constantly stimulated by like the city stuff.
Yeah. You can think clear. I actually find that I can think of some of my best or how I vision some of my best city shots while I'm thinking clear up here and be like, man, I haven't seen anybody do something like that. If I could do that would be
because I don't know, like it's when you're trying to like think of an idea, you're trying to think of like a photo and you're trying to like force something, like usually like it never happens. But once you like step away from it,
Yeah.
That's when the idea comes.
Yeah.
You know, that's just when it comes. Like whenever you try to force something, it never ever happens ever.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like
Same as
waiting
if
for
you're
like the
trying.
laundry to be done. Like it's never done. Like you just gotta like step away.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. If you're like trying to remember something and you can't never remember it
It's the
while you're
same
trying,
thing.
yeah,
It's
it's the
the
same
same
thing.
thing. Yeah, man. Maybe I'll come up there. Maybe I think
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a good. Where I am is actually right. I'm like 5 minutes away from
Oh yeah,
Arrowwood Provincial Park. Yeah,
yeah. So I guess you
and
go there.
Algonquin is like 15 minutes down the road.
So
So
you
it's
go there
not so
during the
far.
fall in Algonquin?
I haven't gone yet, man. There's been a lot of. I'm kind of leaving that area to explore last because it's such a
Yeah.
big area. So there's lots
Right.
of other places. Like I was seeing everyone had shots when I first came up. Actually, I kind of did it all wrong when I first came up here. The
Yeah.
leaves had just started changing color in Mississauga,
Okay.
and when I got up here, they were all gone. All the leaves were off the tree, and I was thinking to myself, "This is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some amazing shots." But yeah, the leaves
It's
were all
quick, eh?
gone, but I've seen everybody getting shots from Huntsville, Lions Head Lookout, so I
Yeah.
explored those areas first, and then
So for
yeah,
like so for like a first timer, like where would you tell someone to go as a first timer?
if
Say
you were
like
going to shoot like
say
some
like
fall
summertime.
colors,
No, say like summertime.
summertime.
Yeah, say like summertime.
Probably into one of the parks if you were looking for like nature, wildlife, and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, I'd say
I
into one of the parks.
I always like the small towns too. I think they're cool to shoot too.
Yeah, there's like the place where I work sometimes in the summer, a small place called Kearney.
Yeah.
Kearney's a really nice, small, like quaint town. Yeah, it's right
Car-
on the water.
How do you spell it?
Kearney. Kearney. I think
Oh
that's how
yeah.
you spell it. Is that it? Yeah.
Bernard Lake. Let me just.
Yeah, Kearney.
Amaguan Highlands,
Yeah,
Paris
that's the
Henderson,
one.
Ontario. All right.
Yeah, it's just like 15 minutes north of Huntsville. Not even like 10 minutes north of Huntsville. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. We're building a golf course there. That's what I was doing last summer, and
Oh really?
yeah, but start again on Monday actually.
And is it a big golf course?
It is. It's 12 holes, but it covers 200 acres.
Holy hell!
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow.
It's gonna be really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting, man.
Yeah, that's right downtown. That shot. I have a picture on my profile, a few of them from that exact angle.
Right here, like this shot.
Not by downtown, I mean on the one main street that goes through Kearney. There's no downtown, right? It's like, but yeah, I have a couple pictures on my profile, right
Oh,
from
yeah.
that's looking out. Right, yeah. I have a shot of my best friend Billy. He's standing there in the sunset, all silhouetted. It was a great shot.
That's cool, man. Let's see. There it is.
Yeah,
There it is, right there.
just past Huntsville, right?
And you know what? Like my buddy drove from Toronto to Vancouver, and he told me his favorite place was Northern
Yeah,
Ontario. He told me his favorite place was Northern Ontario.
really.
Because Ontario is so big, he goes, and there's so much to see.
Yeah, it's
He did a
huge.
lot, man. He saw a lot of Northern Ontario. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't believe it. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, favorite spot, Northern Ontario. So
yeah.
it
I
just
got
goes to
some
show you, like you
suggestions
never know
on.
what's there. Like you never know what's in your own neighborhood because we never
Mm-hmm.
go. Like no one,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if like Tourism Ontario does a good job in terms of like trying to like get people to like travel within
Yeah.
their own province.
When you're outside of the province, I used to see a lot of commercials for tourism in Ontario from Nova Scotia.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. But there's nothing here to get you to visit.
I
Yeah,
don't
your
think
own province. You're right.
Ontario Tourism does a good job in getting you to go to places like Kearney because I didn't even hear like no one knows
Yeah,
well okay,
yeah. It's
but it just goes to show you like there's cool stuff in your own province.
yeah,
Like, you don't have to
yeah,
travel far.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's elk up here. There's tons and tons and tons of moose, and there's things that you won't get a couple
Yeah.
hours south. Yeah.
Yeah. Ontario's so big, man. Like I keep forgetting. Like Ontario's such a big province. Like there's so much to see.
Yeah.
There's so
It's
much to.
huge.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta do a better job, and I gotta come up, man. That's.
Yeah, come on up, man. I got a place for you.
You're
You come
selling
on
me. You're
up.
selling. You're selling me now.
Buddy, you come on up. I got a place for you. You can stay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
man. It's cool. I love it. The Northern Ontario videos. I love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then we can tag Tourism Ontario and say you're welcome. Like,
Yeah,
this is what you
absolutely.
need to be doing.
Yeah. See if maybe they'll sponsor us. Get us to come shoot everywhere.
Right? Sponsor us or
You
something,
you
right?
can do the ground vlog. That
Yeah. Oh yeah,
the
100%. I'll
best
probably do
set,
both.
and I'll climb a tree.
Jason's climbing something.
Yeah. You can shoot it to me, your eyes in the sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's not bad.
it's good, man. It's good. So what's it's just so since like the weather's getting better, like what are you planning on shooting? Spring.
I'm dying to get back on a roof, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
It's been all winter. So it was good for a while. I had a job like working with a roofing crew, so then I didn't really have to make too many plans because it
Oh
was just every day. Yeah. So that
yeah.
was good.
And
Just
how
kind of just a side thing, just to get me onto the roofs, essentially, right? Work like hell and take pictures at the end of the day.
for like a building?
Yeah,
High rise?
for yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was good. But
Not,
that's seasonal, so
yeah.
once it get done, I was like,
Yeah.
and it's not the greatest work. I'm a refrigeration mechanic, so I'm used
Yeah.
to doing kind of like HVAC, installing air conditioners,
Mm.
either commercial or residential. But roofing is just like I don't really like the heat too much. You know what I mean? I don't like being hot. I don't like if I'm working and if I'm doing something or I'm working out or I'm in the gym or it's like
Yeah.
sports practice or something like that, that's okay. But if I'm sweating just standing there thinking, I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. So the roofing was kind of crazy for me because I'm
Yeah.
up there just
Because you're
melting
raging.
all day long. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
got kind of crazy. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to installing some air conditioners.
Yeah.
Yeah, cooling
Interesting.
places down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're installing like HVAC for like high rise buildings?
No, not anymore. Up here, no, I've never done HVAC for high-rise buildings. I've only the most like kind of commercial stuff I've done would be like banks. We did a couple BMOs in Markham,
Oh.
right? Things like that. But mostly it's residential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people working on roofs in the middle of the summertime when it's 45 degrees. I'm thinking to myself, that
Yeah.
would be just melting up there.
Yeah. I did it once for that one summer for the whole summer, and it was just ridiculous.
And they
And it's
got like the
crazy. 5, 9
tar,
o'clock. Oh
they got the tar thing going. It's like, what is like? You guys got to get down.
yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But
Yeah. No.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
then so I came up here, and now I'm just taking more. Kind of got a mix of nature, and when I first came up here, I was like, man, how am I gonna fit these nature photos into my city stuff? So now I try and keep it about 50-50. Try and do 1 and 1 or 2 and 1, or you know what I mean. I don't like to post too many nature stuff without having some city stuff.
Sure.
I like to mix it up. Yeah, I like to kind of mix it up, keep it colorful.
Do you have any nature stuff that you want to point out?
No, there's nothing. No, there's nothing that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a crazy one, eh? That's from the top of Etobicoke Tower. You know, the building in Etobicoke with like the curved roof there, the slanted roof. That's the top of that one. Yeah.
Nice.
I always enjoy shots with the moon. I love the moon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the top of. That's the crazy one.
Oh my god, man! What are you doing here?
That is the Winter Garden Theater.
Yeah.
So then that day, I just thought it'd be cool. There's a rigging for the lighting, so my buddy Dave took that shot there. DPUI.
Shout out Dave.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a great shot, man. He nailed that, and then the craziest thing happened actually. So you would think looking at that picture, that's maybe something that you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? And that photo actually got featured by Curiosity Canada.
What?
When they did a write-up about the Winter Garden Theatre, that's the photo they chose to use.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Dave was like, I can't believe they chose that one. I was like, me either, buddy.
They found it, or you sent it to them?
No, they found it. I've never sent the photo to anyone.
Yeah.
Like
You find me.
I tag
Yeah.
people, but I wouldn't have tagged Curiosity Canada because I never do. If I try to keep it to like Toronto area spots. If it's in Toronto, if it's nature, I tag the nature people, whatever. I don't really know how the algorithm's working anymore. I don't
No
know
one
if that
does. No one knows.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
No
a
one
good
knows.
thing to be tagging people anymore. I don't know if it's a bad thing.
No one knows what's going on anymore. You just
Yeah, man.
post something and just hope for the best.
I do love that shot. That is a great shot.
It's a cool shot, man. I could see why they used it. It's just different.
And it's a bit higher. That doesn't look to be that high over those seats. I promise you, that's about 35, 40 feet up.
Yeah, that's high. Yeah. And you're hanging by one arm.
Yeah. With the other one, you know?
Yeah. Jeez. Well, shout out Dave for taking that shot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he nailed that. I think it only took us a couple tries.
That's all right. And then you got some peaceful the sunrise.
That is.
Yeah.
That is
Got some
sunrise
peaceful
on the water.
Balancing the grid with some peaceful lake vibes.
Balancing out the chaos.
Balancing
the yin
out
with the yang.
Chaos. Yeah, and I love this stuff. I love this stuff.
Yeah, that's always fun, man.
Yeah.
It's always fun to do.
Yeah,
I burnt my leg taking that shot.
Yeah.
That's my buddy Jake spinning that. Shout out Jake.
Shout out Jake.
And all I had was I wanted to bring an umbrella, a big umbrella, and hold the umbrella,
right,
and get that shot like a superhero.
Yeah.
But all we had was this little child sled. That's all I was like, I guess I'll just hold the child's sled, and it didn't really cover me up good enough.
No,
that went right through my pants. It went right through my pants and burnt my
Oh man.
The ones that are hitting my left leg there went right through the pants and all kinds of little char marks. Yeah, I didn't mind. It's not a big deal.
You're trying to get the shot. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Whatever gets the shot done. That's the motto. That's what separates people.
Actually, to be honest with you, that shot I think Curtis took with the drone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as I was spinning, I think Curtis might have taken that shot with the Mini 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, Curtis. You know what's up.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it's he did good there.
Oh yeah.
If you see something like that, if you see a 4-leaf clover on my post or something like that, you know it's there for a reason. Like that's the St. Patrick's Day post.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
gotta do it. You gotta do it. Everyone's posting Guinness. Everyone's posting Guinness. You're posting for clover, right?
Yeah, man. I would have posted some green beer.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like it. Even like stuff like this, I like too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
look at the light hitting the rock. That's cool, man.
Is that the picture beside that? Is that the other half? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. That's actually right across the street from me. So from my place, that road. Yeah. So pretty much right where. Go back to the first.
Yeah.
The first. Yeah. See that clearing right there, kind of. No, that road. Go right across it. Yeah, my place is just my place is just on the other side there.
Of the rocks?
Yeah, just on the other side of those rocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the northern light shots I took, I went to the top of those rocks to take them.
Damn.
Yeah, that's where I took this. Yeah, the northern light shots. I wanted to get to one of the highest points, so I went to the top of those rocks.
Wow. That's cool, man.
Drones, eh? I love the fact that we can get these shots with the drones.
It's all about it, man. It's a totally different perspective.
I find myself a lot now when I watch movies.
Yeah.
All the time, I'll be like, "That's a drone shot. That's a drone shot." You know what I mean? Like they're getting those shots with the drones going over a house very low or something, you know. And
Yeah.
Just think to myself a lot, what were they doing back when I was a kid and they weren't getting shots like that? Like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
It makes it so much easier now.
Yeah, I think about that a lot sometimes.
It is so much easier, and it's just totally different perspective when you get a bird's eye. You just get so much more out of the photo when you can see like what's around.
Yeah.
It's cool, especially when the light's good, like this photo, like the light's good. And
yeah, that was really good. The sun is coming from the opposite direction, like the direction we're looking, and it's lighting up the face of the rock.
So good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
All timing. It's all timing too.
And editing. When I first
started
taking pictures,
yeah,
kind of in the same way where I didn't want to switch to Blu-ray when I was collecting DVDs. When I first started taking pictures, I was one of those guys that's like, no, you take the picture, like the picture you take is the picture you post, like, you know what I mean? And then
there are those people out there.
But you couldn't keep up. Like my pictures were just looking bland compared to everyone else's, and there's never, like it needs that extra pop. Everybody's pictures were popping but mine, so I did a little reading and
yeah. There's definitely those people out there, like the purists, that say you can't edit at all. And, I mean, now you can basically, look at AI.
Absolutely.
Just make it. You just press a button. That's it. So like,
just let AI edit my.
You wonder what those purists are thinking, right? Like, you wonder, right?
Yeah.
They're probably probably freaking out right now.
Oh yeah.
But
read about our guy Boris over there and just lose.
Wow, look at Boris. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, it's just. I don't know. To me, it's like in the end, it's just it's what you want to make. Like, I mean, like, what do you want to make? Because there's nowadays, like, there's so many ways to make something. So like, what do you want to make? And then you got to decide like how you're so you could use film, you're gonna use digital, you're gonna use AI, you're gonna like, what are you gonna do? So I mean,
and nowadays phones and things like that, they're very capable of producing some really nice stuff. There's a lot of accounts on Instagram that I see that are only shooting with their phones.
You don't need a lot of gear. I mean, I tell people ask me, well, what camera should I buy? I say, well, like whatever camera's on you. They go, well, I only have my phone. I said, just use your phone then. Because to me, it's like, it's all about the eye. Like, if you can like frame a shot or compose a shot with your phone, that's half the battle. Because especially if you're doing like street photography, or if you have no control over what's around you, as long as you get the moment, because that moment's not going to happen again, because it really trains your eye, right? I mean, if you're doing studio stuff, you have control, obviously, but if you don't have control, then you really need to pay attention to like what's around you. So I mean, people we were just saying offline about like there's so many excuses to use to like not do it. You gotta start going out and taking stuff. Don't worry that you're only using your phone, because your phone can be good. You just gotta start training your eye.
If you're not taking it because you're saying, you're excusing it with the excuse of I only have my phone, then it's just because you're just not motivated, right? Because
I tell people the cover of Time magazine with Hillary Clinton was shot on an iPhone. So I mean,
I didn't know that.
But people, this is like I don't know, more than a few years ago.
No way.
Yeah, we shot with an iPhone.
No way. Time magazine. Hey, I'm surprised.
Cover of Time magazine. Yeah. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Oh, here it is. This one was shot on iPhone. Oh yeah, Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. So this cover was shot on an iPhone, and then look at this. But look at this. It's Hillary Clinton.
Oh, no way.
Her phone.
No way.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Like, it's freaking Hillary Clinton, man. Like, what?
Oh my gosh! I wonder how much they paid for that shot.
Bro, it's crazy, man. But I'm just saying, like to me, it's like whenever you get paid gigs, and the clients expect you to whole whack of gear, and you roll up with an iPhone, it's like, oh, that's what you use. The clients have this perception like you need all this stuff. And it's like I don't because I just need to use like whatever I need to use. But people have a perception of, oh, I need all this gear, right?
Yeah. The better the gear, the better the photo will be when it's not the case at all.
People,
if you can't compose the photo in your head, then even the nicest camera is not going to help you.
Hey, that's what separates people. If you can take a really good photo with less gear, that's what separates people too. Like I don't I just need this. I don't need all that. And then so that's why I tell people just use your phone and start going, because you never know.
Yeah.
Because you may not end up liking photography either.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
You may end up like not even liking it.
Or you'll enjoy it so much you're like, man, I need to kind of get the right tool for the job.
Oh,
sort of, I'm gonna get a camera.
You never like it. Just keep like that cycle of gear, like the gear acquisition syndrome. Like it never ends. Like you're always gonna be wanting.
Yeah.
Like you're always gonna be wanting
acquisition syndrome.
Yeah, it's gas, right? So you're always gonna be wanting something. So if you get past that and just start going, then I think help you. Do you know a Jake Dickusa?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on. He says hi.
He's
in the comments. He says hi.
Is he? Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Hi, Jake. Shout out Jake again. That was Jake spinning the
wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jake, you did a good job. You did a good job. So do you have any advice for people that are just starting out in photography? Like, do you have any advice for people, or tips and tricks, or things that have helped you?
Kind of like what you said. You just got to get out and do it. Get out and do it. See whether you like it. See where your niche is.
Yeah.
Do you want to be? Yeah. See what you like to do, or you could be like me and just enjoy shooting photos of everything. I'll shoot photos of everything.
Honestly, there's always like the debate with like finding your niche, which makes sense, but at the same time, like don't limit yourself. Like you're not limiting yourself. Like don't feel like you have to just shoot roofs all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time, every day.
I'll take my camera to any event or any adventure.
Yeah.
And just see what we're doing and what's available to take a photo of, like what's there, what the material is, and then try and think of a way to take a cool picture or a good picture, something somebody hasn't done, using what you've got. Like right now here, it's really gross and rainy and gray and foggy outside.
Yeah.
So maybe afterwards I'll go into the woods potentially and try and get like a really moody,
yeah,
foggy, kind of dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like when I'm walking through the woods with my camera, I'm not just going to take a whole bunch of pictures and think that or hope that I can make it. If I don't see the moody image that I already have in my mind right now, like kind of the base of the trees with the fog and it's dark.
Yeah.
If I don't find that, I won't take a picture. I won't end up taking the whole picture. Yeah, I won't take one shot. I have the shot I want already in my head. I know where it's going to go on my grid. Yeah. I already have it in my mind. Yeah. So if I can't,
so then you must have like a lot of patience then.
I'm super patient.
Wait,
I'm super patient. Yeah. There's train tracks behind the land and you can hear the train go by, but the train, it's a freight train and it has absolutely no set schedule.
Oh no.
Like you could record it every day for 3 months and you would find no pattern at all.
Oh.
So sometimes it doesn't come by for 4 days. Sometimes it comes by 3 times in one day. There's nothing. And I was dying all winter to get a drone shot of the fresh snow on the tracks.
Yes.
And then the train coming through and the snow blowing off the tracks. So all winter I would fly the drone up, fly it over to the train tracks and just hover there to see if the train came every day. And I didn't get it at all this winter. Next winter, I'll try it again. I'll just stay patient until I get that shot. I didn't get it. Yeah, I flew the drone over there probably 50 times. There's no way to know. There's no, unless I was to get a buddy to sit way down the road and call me. and then be like, I can pop the drone up or something. But yeah, it's in between the woods. You can't see the train from the road or anything. The train tracks are in the woods. So it would be an amazing reel. It would be a beautiful video of like the woods, the trees with the snow and the tracks. But I got really close once. I flew the drone. I flew it, popped it up because it seems sometimes that's in the morning. I flew it over there at 8:30.
Yeah.
Flew it back around 9 or something when the battery was getting pretty low, and then at like 9:03, I heard the train go by.
How mad were you?
I wasn't mad. That's part of being patient. I was just like, I'll get it next time.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember I didn't get mad at all. I was like, man, I can't believe that happened. I'll get it next time. No.
Man.
No. And I think actually, if I remember correctly, I was talking to Curtis on the phone. I was like, man, remember that train that I just landed the drone? It's going by right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that would be epic, man. The train's in the woods.
Yeah, the train is like buried way back there on Crown Land, and if I was to leave right now and go into the woods, I'd be walking through the woods for probably a good 45 minutes before I get to the tracks.
Man,
right? But with the drone, you pop it up in the air, and I can be over to above the tracks in like 6 or 7 minutes or something like that, right? Fly in sport mode over and just hover, and it's at the very edge of where I'm losing signal. So,
oh wow,
yeah,
wow,
yeah, it's a minute. It's probably 6K into the woods, I'd say, at least.
Man, so you gotta wait.
The shot would be amazing.
Yeah,
that shot would be incredible.
And it has to be winter because you want the snow.
I want that fresh snow.
Yeah, you need the fresh.
You know what I mean? Like a nice falling of snow, and then the train in the morning coming through and just blowing the snow all out. Yeah. So what I might do next winter, I'm thinking, is get up really early one morning and just hike through the woods and just sit there at the tracks till the train comes. I don't care if I have to sit there all day long.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Why is there no schedule for this train?
I have no idea, man. When I first came up here, I was like, oh my God, there's train tracks. Like, I got to get some great shots.
Yeah.
So I was like, buddy, the train is going by. The train is going by right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember I was like, I'm going to get some great shots. I was like, oh, it's late. It's coming through at Saturday at 9 o'clock at night. What's going on? And then, it's just, there's absolutely no schedule at all. I think it's because that's better. I think it's because it's not making any stops. It's just going to wherever. It's not stopping anywhere. I have no idea.
What is it carrying? There's no
I don't know. It's just, whatever. There's those, what is it? What would it be carrying way up here? I don't know, man.
What would it be?
But I'm going to get it on my drone this winter.
I hope you get it, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting it for sure.
Man. All right.
Patience is all
very
patience,
key,
man.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, if people just think that people in photography just press a button, like there's a lot more to it. So
yeah, no, it's a lot of planning.
A lot of planning.
Yeah, as you get a little bit more into it, you start realizing how much planning it does take to get the things you want.
Yeah. People that don't do photography just think that, oh, you just press a button. Like, oh,
yeah. Anybody can go downtown Toronto, whatever, and get a shot of the sun right behind the CN
That's what
Tower.
I mean. We were just saying off, like, how do you separate yourself from everyone shooting the CN Tower? Well, we climb the CN Tower. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But you don't have this shot.
Yeah.
But definitely.
There's a few pictures and videos and reels that I've taken from rooftops super near the CN Tower that only people that have been up there have those shots. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So I mean, well, it's good that you're patient, man. So it's definitely gonna work out. It's definitely gonna work out for sure. Yeah, thanks, man.
Cool. Well, we're up against the hour, so just want to say thanks for your time for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I want to have you back on. I want to come up there and make some
videos.
Come
on up. We'll make a blog.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun, man.
We should contact Arrowhead Provincial Park and see if they need a little vlog video. Maybe.
They need some stuff. They need some tourism stuff. Yeah. Well,
they might need a creator,
Oh, everyone needs a creator these days. Everyone needs something.
Yeah.
But it's good, man. Well, thanks so much for jumping on. People, NPC. Do you know who NPC is? Train stops at local sawmills and factories. This is what, yeah, NPC.
Oh, okay.
Maybe this person is driving the train right now.
Yeah. Well, give him my number. Tell him to let me know when he's coming by.
Can you please tell Jason the schedule so he can get this epic reel that he wants to get. Okay. Well, thanks, NPC.
Cool. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks again, Jason, for jumping on. And people go check him out on the links in the description. And yeah, man, any final words?
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, man. It was fun. Yeah, that's it, man.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you next week with another special guest. Have a great week. Peace.